So sometimes you do a video and you're hoping that people enjoy at least a portion of it, but then you realize when Duplo is in the thumbnail and the video is 40 minutes long that some people probably didn't watch it. So my least watched video of probably the last 20 videos I made, I had an announcement in there. So I'm going to say it at the beginning of this video, and this video is not going to be as long, but I'm not going to be doing picking a Bricklink LEGO order as far as the videos of me picking orders. If you want a signed brick, I'm still doing that. If you want a just a shout out, I might can do that, but I've got a lot of stuff going on again, and we're going to try to keep the store open. Now, usually what in the past I've done when I've gotten overwhelmed with life and privileges, I say, yes, it's a privilege to have a lot of things to do. Responsibility is the word I was looking for. When you got a lot of responsibility, and I keep look at the camera. Hi, how you doing? So sometimes I just close the store, but I don't really want to close the store, and I really can't afford to close the store. So I'm going to keep the store open, but I just want to let everybody know that I won't be doing picking a Bricklink LEGO order. So if you place an order requesting that, and I got one here from David Elder, who's actually ordered from us a bunch of times. I'm going to look on here. Oh my goodness, 22 orders. Wow, that's a lot. But he's got a comment on here that's hilarious. He says, Pablo, sir, please. I started a new job last week and finally have a coworker who works just as hard as I do and never says, I can't do this. Isn't that awesome? He greets me with a hello. That's great. He says, it's a robotic press. So I guess his robotic press actually says hello when he walks up to him. That's pretty neat. Everything's so automated these days. But thanks, David, for the order. So I'm going to pick yours real quick, but just to let people know that until further notice, I'm not going to be doing the Pablo request. Probably should put that in the title of the video. And it's not because I don't want to. I do want to. There's a lot of things I want to do. I just don't have the time to do. And I can't. What will happen is, you know, and I know people understand, is like when I do the Pablos, sometimes it takes longer to do the orders, but I get so many of them, and I personally don't have the time. Actually, the way we got it set up now, I actually need my wife to pick the orders, and then I go do the other stuff. So I just want to let everybody know that, and hopefully in the future when things settle down, or you know, I'll do it, or maybe from time to time, maybe I can do a drawing to do one. I don't know. There's got to be a different way. I just don't have the time, and I just want people to understand that. Okay, so and check out my video about the stages of a YouTuber. Nobody watched that video. I was so proud of that one. Just watch the first 3.5 minutes of it. All right, let's do this order. So what's the most orders you've placed in one store? Believe it or not, David is not the most prolific buyer in my store, although he's up there in the top 4, I think. Drawer 358. David has, with 22 orders in one store, that's just amazing. And he's clearing out drawers for me, which I love. Did I say that already? Because we got a bunch of parts that we're going to be adding into the store. But the reason I do the parting out, or actually my son-in-law and my daughter are doing it right now. They're doing the parting out, but I do the placing of the parts in the store. My wife does the picking of the orders usually. So I get behind on things. And then plus I got other responsibilities that I have to do. But anyway, back to the subject at hand about a lot of orders. I've got a couple of buyers. One is Bricks for Chris, and another is a guy in California who I think has bought a lot from everybody. And then there's one other one I think that actually have more than David, but I could go on there and look. Maybe I should do a tutorial on that one day when I have the time, if I ever have the time, of how to see who's bought the most, or who you've bought the most from. There's a lot of features on Bricklink I think people aren't aware of. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Make sure all the pieces are there. And it can be neat to see. And it's good to know, like, when I have buyers like David who are repeat offenders in my store, not offenders, repeat buyers in my store, like if they have a special request or they have a problem, it's a lot easier when you know it's somebody that has a good track record with you. But if it's somebody with a 0 feedback and they're saying, hey, this happened, and sometimes I don't know to believe them, But when it's a repeat buyer, it's pretty easy. Usually don't have problems. I don't have a lot of problems. We've been able to handle all of ours. I think the worst was the order. I did a video on it where the package got busted by the USPS, United States Postal Service. And I'm trying to do things on my end with packages now that doesn't happen again. It was actually the priority mail envelope busted, so I'm trying to make sure that I have things very secure inside an envelope where they don't bust out again. But anyway, well, this is a good order. These are the kind I like. He's cleared out every lot so far. I don't think he's going to do that with every lot, but my son-in-law and my daughter are currently upstairs partying out some sets. And when I get done with this order, I think this is the last one I have to pick today. Sorry about it, I'm going back and forth. 2590 is then I'll need to put those parts up. I haven't trained anybody how to put parts in the store yet. I really need to do that. I probably should do more tutorials on that, about how I put the parts in the store. Still might not be the most efficient way, but I do use the software, upload the file to the store using the BrickTsar software, and then try to group things by color where it's easier. The one thing I do wish is that when I upload the parts to the store, I had them on my trays and then they were in the order that they're going to go in the store. I think that would just take a lot more time to set it up to do that. So usually I'm sitting here at the table, have all the parts, and then I'm just taking them 2 or 3 drawers at a time and putting them in the drawers. It can be time consuming sometimes, but that's why it's usually good to part out multiple sets instead of one set, because if you're parting out one set, like here, like this drawer, 2 pieces, it takes just as long pretty much to put these 2 pieces in this drawer, or 3 pieces. It's 3 pieces. It takes just as long as me to put 3 of those in this drawer as it would 300. So let's say I parted out, let's say that it was 10. Like, which one? Oh, here's one that had 10. So let's say I had parted out a set, it had 10 of these. All right, I put them in here. But if I had 10 sets, that would be 100. So the putting it in the drawer doesn't take any longer. So it does get time consuming if you're just doing one piece. And it's not a good return because you're putting one 5-cent piece in a drawer at a time. So you really want to do multiples. Did that make any sense? Does that make sense to you? What I'm saying? So that's why I try to do not one set at a time, although we have recently, because I've been trying to get rid of some stuff, and there have been single sets. There was a couple of sets I parted out recently. I actually needed a couple of pieces from the set, so I went ahead and opened them up, got the pieces I needed out, and then parted out the rest. So yeah, because you can't really sell a set that's incomplete. Well, you can sell an incomplete set, but it's just once you've busted it open. Yeah. Oh, we're already to the trays. Got 2 of these. He didn't get all of those. Why didn't you buy all of those? just messing around. All right, now the rest of it is in the trays there, so I'm gonna have to move the trays. And this is kind of my overflow. I don't like using the trays. I used them before, and then I eliminated them when I ended up having a bunch of empty drawers. I just took the stuff out of the trays, but right now we're keeping it because it's a little more aggravating to pick, but it is a space saver when you got small quantities. You're not tying up a whole drawer. I just try not to put similar looking parts in the trays. I gotta move it again. Was I recording? I don't. So I try not to put similar looking parts in the trays, or a lot of parts of one color. That way it's easier to pick and not make a mistake. That's why normally most everything else in the store is just one part in a drawer, not 2 different parts, because you don't want mistakes made. You want it to be where anybody can come and pick an order in your store, whether they know anything about Lego or not. And I forgot he got all of these here too. So he's cleared up a bunch of free space in my store. I do have some stuff over there on that cart that needs to be placed in the store. I just didn't have a place to go. So this will help us to do that, plus the things that my daughter and son-in-law are parting out currently. Oh, I did it again. He got all these little window pieces here. But we are done with David's order. So like I said, I'm not going to be able to do the Pablos anymore for a while. So please don't request them. I need to actually go. I think I got it on my BrickLink page that I do them, so I need to take that off of my BrickLink page. So you can get the signed brick if you choose. I will do those for you. David's got several of them. He probably doesn't want another one. But anyway, thank you, David, for the awesome, easy to pick order. That I can pick most of it with one hand and hold the other filming. Hopefully we got everything in your order. Didn't miss anything. I'm looking at the checklist now, checking off the last 3 things I just got, and so I think we got the whole order there. All right, so yes, appreciate everybody's support for the BrickLink store, for the channel. In an era when YouTube isn't what it used to be for us in the past, this has helped us out immensely. I really appreciate it. I don't want to make it sound like I'm unappreciative of the things, and it does seem like a little thing, but filming the videos, I just don't have the time to do it all the time. To be honest, I'd be making a lot more videos. There's videos I want to make that I don't have time to make, and I want to be able to do that for people that want to see those videos, people that have questions, doing more tutorials. I know I promised I was going to do more tutorials. I just hadn't had the time to do it, and I want to get to where I'm doing that. But anyway, this was a little bit longer than I expected. Sorry. All right, thanks, David, for the order, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next Lego video. Oh, and if you don't know, if this is the first time you've ever watched a Pablo, I got about 140 of these on the channel. They're all about the same. But if you want to see what it's like to pick an order, that's what the Pablo is for. Thanks.